Everyone, it's great to see you again at Wealthy Coins. Shiba Inu coins are not available for purchase on Apple's website. Keeping up with the latest Shiba news nowadays, Coinbase reports that Apple is planning to impose a 30% levy on gas prices related to NFT transfers made through the wallet app. Coinbase, meanwhile, maintains that this is not feasible. Apple has banned the purchase of Shiba Inu coins, which is the topic of this video. Keeping up with the latest Shiba news nowadays. If you want to see more videos like this one, where we predict and analyze the prices of Shiba Inus, make sure to subscribe to our channel and give it a thumbs up. Now, let's get the video started. Take a look at what Shiba Inu is up to on December 3rd. The Shiba Inu price is showing a new sense of optimism, which can cause a sudden and dramatic increase. The price of Shiba Inus is about to hit an inflection point, which might lead to a massive upswing in value, perhaps benefiting individuals by $35.0000125. This action is likely to take place for two reasons. At the now, the price of Shiba Inus is sitting at $0.0000933 USD, which is a monthly support level. It will take 4 bearish efforts before this barrier gives way. There is a good probability that the ship will take off from this location. This prediction is supported by the widely used Relative Strength Index, a momentum indicator. A bullish divergence has been formed by this indicator, which occurs when momentum rises while price movement remains flat. A trend reversal in favor of bulls is the outcome of this technical setup. Accordingly, traders should keep an eye on the Shiba Inu price retest at $0.0000127, the next major barrier. This would be a 35% gain, but turning it into a support floor would allow SHIB to reach the $0.0002 mark. Investors might get a 14% gain from this surge. The predicted 14% increase in the price of Shiba Inus is not completely implausible. When looking at the monthly time frame, SHIB must remain above the $0.000933 support level, unlike the original meme coins criteria. If the price were to fall below this level on a longer-term chart, investors would likely sell their assets as they lose interest in the market. With this new information, the price of a Shiba Inu might reach $0.000689 USD. From their trading price last week, SHIB tokens would need to skyrocket more than 10,800,000% to attain parity with the US dollar. 5 things would have to happen for such a massive benefit to materialize. For SHIB, the impending release of Shibarium, a Layer 2 blockchain that aims to drastically reduce transaction fees, is of paramount importance. The Shiba Inu coin was created on the Ethereum network and uses the ERC20 standard. Although Ethereum is a reliable network, its enormous volume of transactions causes delays and inflated fees. In order to back the project's goals of blockchain-based gain, Shibarium is essential for significantly reducing these fees. The second step is the launch of games fueled by non-fungible tokens, which builds on the preceding point. The capacity to trade NFTs on marketplaces and own one's own inventions is the main feature of blockchain-based games. Prior to the launch of Shibarium, when transaction costs are significantly decreased, these marketplace transactions may be too expensive. Finally, a substantial increase in merchant acceptability is necessary for Shiba Inu. Despite developers' undivided attention towards the introduction of Shibarium and SHIB's potential in the metaverse, Shiba Inu needs practical application to stabilize its token price. If SHIB wants to reach 1,000, it needs to be accepted by famous retailers. To lower the estimated 549 trillion outstanding tokens, a substantial amount of coin burn would be required, according to CoinMarketCap. The fourth point. Vitalik Buterin, creator of Ethereum, transmitted around $410 trillion to an invalid blockchain address in 2021, significantly decreasing the supply that was circulated. If we wanted to make a dent in 2023, we'd likely need an equivalent quantity of coin burn. Lastly, the fifth point is that in 2023, Shiba Inu would require an unprecedented amount of buzz and support on social media message boards to achieve a moonshot of over 10,800,000%. The number of wallets containing SHIB coins exceeds 1.25 million, as reported by Etherscan. A large portion of this population would have to be social media savvy in order to rally behind an asset that has proven the efficacy of FOMO. Over the past day, the Shiba Inu's burn rate has increased by a little margin of 36%, due to the fact that 6 transactions were executed and 8,375,655 SHIB were consumed. 50 transactions and the burning of 126,452,790 SHIB tokens occurred in the past 7 days. There were 223,264,370 SHIB tokens burned last week, therefore this is a decrease from that amount. With a small decrease over the past day, SHIB was trading at $0.00093 USD on December 3rd. The price of SHIB has been consolidating since it recovered from its November 22 low of $0.00081 USD and is now seeing its range tighten as time goes on. This might mean something is happening soon, albeit how much is still up in the air. The likelihood of consolidation before to the main move has increased as the daily RSI has flattened. Welly, an Italian burger establishment, and Shiba Inu both announced their merging in February. One goal of the DAO model was to give members of the community a voice in policy making. During the debut of its decentralized organizational group DOG in late November, Welly put its DAO approach to the test, as mentioned in a blog post. The partner design firm Maschi Espacio presented 3 proposals for the inside of future franchise locations, and the community was invited to choose the best one. Members of the Welly community will be presented with decisions in the future using the DOG model. Store design, franchise sites, menu items, and packaging are all part of this process. Shipholder funds, which make up 15% of future net store revenues, will also be allocated by the Shiba Inu community through a separate DAO. Following the unveiling of Apple's stringent new NFT rules in October, the Wallet iOS app from Coinbase can no longer process NFT transactions. There has been an update to the Coinbase Wallet app for iOS that removes the ability to send NFTs. The latest software release was blocked by Apple until we disabled the feature, according to Thursday's tweet from the Coinbase Wallet account. Although not explicitly prohibited, NFTs incur a high 30% transaction tax in Apple's mobile app store. Apps created by developers that do not meet that requirement will be withdrawn from the store. The Wallet app facilitates NFT transfers, and according to Coinbase, Apple is attempting to impose a 30% gas fee on all fees related to the Ethereum network. However, Coinbase asserts that this is not feasible. As far as anyone knowledgeable with blockchains and NFTs can tell, this is obviously not possible, says Coinbase. Unfortunately, we are unable to comply at this time due to the fact that Apple's in-app purchase mechanism is proprietary and does not support Bitcoin. Every transaction that takes place on the Ethereum network incurs a fee called gas, though they may be transferring assets such as NFTs to different wallets. These payments are essential for the network to operate, but they aren't regulated by any one entity and are more complex than a flat rate. As the Ethereum network experiences fluctuations in activity and smart contract code performance, the price of gas, expressed in Coin but paid for in ETH, also fluctuates. Users with more experience can also pay more to have their transactions prioritized. The restrictions placed on its mobile app have infuriated Coinbase, which likens Apple's move to the tech company's desire to cut into the profits from every email sent using open internet protocols. Tim Sweeney, CEO of Epic Games, is among the many cryptocurrency advocates who are furious over Apple's controversial in-app purchase tax. Sweeney has gone to court to dispute Apple's rules and has said that the tech giant must be stopped. Similarly, Ryan Wyatt, CEO of Polygon Studios and a former YouTube executive, has branded Apple's 30% tax rate as illegal. The tax's monopoly on the industry, says Wyatt, will prevent technological progress indefinitely. Elon Musk, Twitter's billionaire CEO, had previously voiced concern that Apple would deplatform the company. Reportedly, Apple CEO Tim Cook sided with Musk when they met later on Wednesday. The day came to an end with that. If you enjoyed this and want to see more, subscribe to the channel and give us a thumbs up.